Greetings, my name is Dumiso from Botswana, and I am here in Highfield, one of the oldest urban areas in Harare, visiting the Intersex Community Zimbabwe Trust as a solidarity visit amidst anti-rights and anti-gender ideology across Africa. I think it's important in the context of commemorating Ida Hopet to speak to Resolution 552 that affirms and strengthens the rights of intersex persons. And more importantly, given the more recent backlash that we have had in Botswana with the inclusion of intersex persons in a government gazette for strengthening our constitution, I think it speaks to the need to not only extend solidarity, ensure agency and autonomy of intersex persons, but also be guided in how allyship should show up and ensure that human rights violations against LGBTI individuals can not only be eliminated, but more importantly, ensure that there are strengthened protections and mechanisms that ensure accountability and justice for all individuals, more importantly, all Africans. I think there can be improvements, particularly in Africa for intersex persons. One, ensuring that there's linguistic justice. So how do we translate into local languages so that health practitioners, families, parents can be able to support intersex children, infants, and adults who are navigating this world that is consistently violent and perpetuating harmful gender norms. I think another important element is in ensuring that intersex persons are included in efforts to strengthen primary health care within the HIV response, and more importantly, to ensure that no intersex person is left behind in strengthening and safeguarding universal health coverage. One other element is in ensuring that intersex persons can be included in sexual reproductive health and rights conversations, particularly in the governance, accountability, and policy-making mechanisms that often exclude the wider LGBTIQ community. I think it's also important to acknowledge the fact that statelessness is an issue, because someone who is not granted a birth certificate is stateless. They're not granted rights as a citizen of that country, and there's a need to ensure that systems can accommodate and include intersex persons in that regard. More importantly, given the very limited available data, knowing that we work in an evidence-based policy-making world, we need to ensure that there are structures that are not only community affirmative, but are community driven and owned in knowledge production, and in ensuring that communities can not only be, that communities can be affirmed in the context of knowledge production and dissemination. I think this is important because a lot of the stories of intersex persons are often invisible and in some instances erased. And so ensuring that community structures are there for knowledge production can sustain and ensure that there's enough evidence that's generated to ensure that policy making and service delivery can leave no intersex person behind.